Hi, in this video, we will learn about sharing the API specification project with other users within the organization or business group. Let's go to Design Center. I have already logged into Anypoint platform as Ruchi Sani and the organization name is Training. I am in Design Center and here we can see all our projects. As of now, we just have two projects, Ranking API and Song API. And their project type is API specification. In these APIs, the specification language is RAML 1.0. I want to share ranking API with other users in the organization. At the top hand side, you will see that there are no icons except this toggle project details. If we click on the row, we will see some icons at the top right corner. These icons provide us the ability to share the project, rename the project, and delete the project. I'll click on the Share Project icon for the Ranking API. So this is how the dialog box will look by default. It only shows the name of the owner. In my training organization, there are few users. I can search for the user and provide access right to the user. Now I'll specify the user name Brad in the search box. And then I'll select Brad from the drop-down. Near the user Brad, you will see the drop-down of access level that we can choose. Viewer, editor, and admin. Viewer can only view the code of the project. He cannot edit the code or rename the project. Editor can edit the code of API specification project. Admin can edit as well as share the project other users. To the user Brad, I'll provide viewer access. In the same way, I'll select user George and user Tom. Okay. Now for user George, I'll select editor access, and for the user Tom, I'll select admin access. Okay. Now I'll save this information by clicking on the save button, and then I'll close the dialog box. So now the ranking API is shared with 3 users. Now let's click on the row of Song API. I'll click on the share project icon and notice that it is not shared with any user. Okay. Now I'll sign up. I'll now log in as Brad. So here I'll specify the username of Brad and the password. Then I'll click on sign in. Now let's go to Design Center. So I'll click on these 3 bars and then I'll click on Design Center. Notice ranking API is available in the Design Center of Brad. I hope you remember that Brad has viewer access right. So if I click on the row, I will not see any icons. Brad has viewer access right, so he cannot share or remove or delete the project. Let's now click on the name of the project to open the project. Now let's wait for the project to open. You will see that the project is in read-only mode. Okay. Now let's log out. I will now sign in as George. So I will specify the username of George and password. Now let's go to Design Center. Now George also has the ranking API in Design Center and the George has editor access. So let's click on the row of this API. Notice that the icon that appear when we click on the row. So George can rename the project as he has the editor access, but he cannot share the project or delete the project. Let's now click on the project name to open the project. Let's wait. The project is now open. As George has editor access, he can edit the RAML file. So I'll specify the media type as application/XML. Okay. Notice the star sign over here near the root YAML file. Let's wait for the file to save. And once files get saved, the star sign will disappear. Yes, it is saved now. We will now sign up. Now I'll log in as Tam. So I'll specify the username of Tom and his password. And then I'll click on sign in. Let's go to Design Center. Tom also has Ranking API project in his Design Center. Let's click on the row, and here you can see all the icons as Tom has admin rights. He can share the project, rename the project, as well as delete the project. Now let's open the project. So he can see the YAML file in the editing mode and he can make the changes. Notice the changes that are made by George. So now any other user which opens this YAML file will be able to see the changes done by another user. Okay. If Tom wants to make any changes, he can do that. Okay. So now I hope you have understood about sharing API specification project in the Design Center. Thank you.